morning, Camels. It is February the 12th, 8:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2025. Shout out to those who listen to us on Spotify. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to share it and like and give us a rating. All right, we appreciate that. All right, good morning, Camels. It's Hump Day, Wednesday. We love this day. A lot of earnings this week. There we go. All right. We'll be starting at 8:30. Good morning. All right. One of my favorite ticker symbols is the reported earnings today. VRT pulled back quite a bit. Pulled back to $111 in pre-market. Now it's back to 114. We'll see how it plays today. We'll get an opportunity to peep it out.
Grand Rising, Mr. Antonio.
I'm doing great. Hello, Miss Kelly. NASDAQ notes.
Woo, child. So two things I got to share with you. Okay, so last Wednesday when you said what day is it, and I said ooh child, and I was about to play the Hump Day song. I mean the Hump Day audio, and then you went right to Joe. I was like okay. And so the next thing was what was the contract for the NFL? You already know. I'll probably say. So it's the NFL opt-out decision, while years away, is the next potential tectonic shift that will influence the balance of power in media. It's possible the NFL could choose to end deals with longtime Sunday afternoon providers such as Fox and Paramount Global's CBS in favor of streamers such as Apple, Amazon, Google, YouTube, or even Netflix. Ooh, child. Come on.
Interesting. All right. What up, Jude? Mr. PTR himself. The P to the R to the T to the Q. Good morning, Jude. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Wanda.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Miss Wanda.
It's a lot of earnings this morning, y'all. So be ready.
Good morning, all. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Antonio. Hey,
Good
everybody. Good
morning, Big
morning.
Prayer.
Hey, good morning. I wanted to run in and say, hey, good morning, everybody. Love you all. I'm going to be moving out here in just a second. So keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I do so for you all as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Prayers always.
We
Miss
got you lifted up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you
Okay.
lifted up.
I'll check out the replay. But I won't be in this morning.
Okay.
I will be back tomorrow for sure.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. We love and appreciate you.
Thank you. Love you all. Take care.
All right. Y'all make sure to keep Miss Jacqueline Big Prayer lifted up. You know, y'all know she lost her mom, so going through
Good
the whole
morning.
process.
Miss Gloria.
Hey, Miss Gloria.
Good morning.
Praying for Miss
Hello,
Jacqueline's
hello.
mom. Yes, always.
Miss Jeannie Weenie.
Hey, everybody. What's
There
going
she
on?
is. Three amigos in the house.
Yoo-hoo.
Real quick.
Mr. Johnson, your picture is mighty cute.
Is that Miss
That's your RT.
Azina?
Yeah, Azina drew that.
That's cute. That looks like what's
Dandy's
that?
World.
Cindy Lou. It looks like Cindy Lou from Dr. Seuss. At first glance.
Yeah. Well, she told me it was Dandy's World, and so I think that's a character in Roblox.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cute.
I will let her know when I see her today. Hey, Miss Gloria. How you doing this
Good
morning?
morning. I'm bouncing in and out. I think it's because I'm moving
Oh,
and I can hear a little some and not hear, but
okay.
I attended Jackie's mom's homegoing yesterday. It was a really nice service.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was so nice.
Well, I'm glad you were able to be there with her.
Yes,
Yes.
my
Hey, Mrs.
homegirl.
Johnson.
So
I'm sorry.
missed you guys though. I'm so used to this is what I do in the morning. I get up and turn on the phone.
Come on, Miss Gloria.
I shouldn't say get
You,
up.
you,
I've been up all night. I'm leaving
you,
work now, but I'm so used to that's after you get up, you put your feet on the floor, you turn the phone on.
you listen to us act a mess every morning.
And I do. I do. I mean, sometimes, like I said, when I'm driving, it fades in and out, but I keep it on until 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever time we stop.
Well, we sure glad to have you. We definitely glad to have you. So thank you, bless you.
Well, thank you. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm getting lots of tips. Uh,
Awesome,
I'm
awesome,
learning.
awesome,
I'm
awesome.
reading the wall and all that other stuff. But I thank God for you guys. You're really a blessing.
Thank you, bless you, for sure. We love that you're here.
It's beginning to snow here this morning. You know they're predicting 3 to 6 inches.
Uh-oh.
It snowed
That
last
snow
night.
been all over, huh?
Yeah, we're supposed to get it today.
All right. Well, I know the kids like snow. They like messing in the snow. Children do anyway.
Right.
Do y'all get out of school up there when it snows?
So what they do, like right now they have a weather advisory, and so what'll happen is they'll close the schools. If the temperature
Oh,
drops really low, or if there's a lot of snow, they'll drop close the schools. A lot of them will go on online learning, so they do that as well. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, just
So
depends.
basically, they'll just they'll do it. They'll do school remote like at work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have learned over the years because they've had those kids out there in all those bad snowstorms and children slid under buses and was killed, all kind of crazy stuff. So now they really don't chance it. When it's just the inkling of a possibility, they call it off.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm getting ready to hit the
Uh,
road now. Love
all right.
y'all.
We
Take
love
care.
you.
Love you
We love
too.
you.
have a good day, dear.
Thank you. You as well.
Yeah.
Y'all as
You know
well.
what's interesting? They make a big deal out of remote work at some places, and they say it's unfair to other workers who have to be to work. But I think in the future, remote work will be a perk for job recruitment when the workforce becomes stressed a little bit and it, because the pandemic only kind of let us peek into the future in a quick moment before it pulled back. The best talent in the world, they're probably going to want the option to stay at home and go in the office, and I think that's going to be a perk to recruit some of the best people. Even now with the cases and arguments that some people are making, that saying you need to be at work. I think they're doing that now because they can, but when it comes to having the best talent, the best talent, they're going to be like, listen, this is what I want, and I think it'll end up being that. But we'll see what happens. You just got to pay attention to the reality. Like I don't forget what happened because when COVID happened and companies needed great employees, they were willing to negotiate that. That was a negotiation for to keep the best talent. And then they started saying everybody back to work. if you don't come to work, you're fired. Then it turned into that. But we didn't forget when you didn't have enough employees and enough workers, you didn't care. So we already know there's a weak spot there. So eventually it's gonna get back to that. So I think working from home um, will be used to recruit some of the best talent. That's what I believe, but we'll see. We'll see. And Juby, you're probably one of the best talents in the engineering field. So, I mean, do you get the option? Do you get the option, Juby, being the best talent in the engineering field? Do you get the option to go to get the mixture of stay at home and go in the office to work? Or is it completely mandatory? We'll be starting at 8:30. Juby must be working. He can't speak. So I'm going to say he's at work today.
Mm-hmm.
He's at work today. He can't be at home. He probably would have said something if he could.
There's Big Steve.
What up, Steve?
I stepped away. What's going on?
Oh, there you go, Juby. You at home or you at work?
Oh, both. Both.
All right. So I asked you a question. I said you're one of the best talents in the engineering business. Do you get the option to stay home and also go in the office, or is that not offered to you?
I'm full time remote, sir. Full time.
Oh, okay. So when you're that talented, that's what you can demand.
Well, you can demand that if realistic about what options opportunities out there, fit your conditions. I don't take leadership roles anymore. I just stay on the front line in the trenches. Coach these young ones to do what they need to do. Lead the way.
Gotcha. What advice would you give to someone in a position to negotiate? How should they negotiate?
Be a master of your craft. You can't ask for anything if you ain't. Uh,
Peace to the
my
room,
my
everyone. Peace.
phrase is, if you the
My
shit,
apologies.
they're gonna pay you what you worth. If you the one, and you gotta build your knowledge. Show them the work. It'll come.
Okay. So you say if you're good at what you do, you can get what you want.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, Juby.
Works everywhere, man. Like this type of work, it's global transformation, digital, any tech. There's always someone out there that's looking for someone like you.
Sounds good. What up, Big Easy? What up, Kendra? What up, Lolita? Good morning, everyone.
Peace, Porky Rising family. Peace to the room.
We'll be starting in about 9 minutes.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Auntie.
Grand Rising Miss Lolita.
It's gonna be spring in a minute, ain't it?
Yeah, a couple more months, maybe a month and a half tops.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay.
It's got to be because yesterday was unseasonably warm here. It was like 89 degrees yesterday. I was like, what in the world? I mean, I know we in Florida, but it's still February. It was 70 degrees last night at night. That's I don't know about this weather. This weather's interesting at this point.
The birds was chirping at almost midnight,
Wow.
like it was 5 in the morning.
Wow.
I'm in Florida also.
That's wild. This weather is just doing some different type stuff. It ain't supposed to be no 70 at night in no February, early February. Uh, uh.
We got 8 minutes to the CPI. 8 minutes.
What you expect it to be, Big East?
I expect it to be in alignment for the market to be bullish. Yeah, that's what I think that is going to be in alignment with the going back to the other CPI numbers. I'm bullish. I think the market's going to be bullish for the CPI. I have a trivial question though, guys. On this day in 1997, where was the Dow Jones on this day in 97? It's at 44,000 now, right? So back in 97, what was the height of the stock, the Dow Jones? Don't use GPS. I mean, GPT. Don't use Google. Just guess.
It got to be a lot lower than we expect. Cause I mean, it's quadrupled even since the pandemic. So
Miss
40,000.
Miss Kendra said 3,000.
Yeah, that's what I would say about 3,300.
Doobie doobie doobie
Nope.
said 10.
Nope. Nope.
What
Wrong.
was it?
10,000 wrong. It was 7,000.
All right, 7,000. Okay, there it was.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I was basically in tune with the market back in 97, 96. And on this day, it closed at 7,000, the highest.
And that was considered a record, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. 7,000.
That was
Yes.
considered a record. Now where we at now? Where we at right now?
44,000, almost 45,000.
What?
The
Mm-hmm.
escalation of it all.
The
Less
folks
than
that
30
the
years.
folks that died in the '90s, they wouldn't even believe this if you told them.
That part. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Peace, Trill. What's up, Michael? Ira. My nemesis. Be ready for me, nemesis. Be ready. I've been practicing. I got my hand around my back. You know what I'm saying? I got my blindfolds on. Woo! Be ready. That's what I have to say. I land my plane.
Kendra said she gonna whoop your butt, man. She said you better stop talking. You don't be like D, talk about spades and then come and lose. Now,
She
D
said
ain't
she
here.
stay
D
ready.
ain't here. I should have said that. Oops, I'm sorry, D. I didn't mean it.
Miss Kendra said she stay ready. Come on, Mike.
Don't forget, Big Prayer will not be with us this morning. So does anybody nominate themselves to open us up in prayer? Will anyone be willing to open us up in prayer this morning? If you will, say aye. The Camel Collect meetup is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's April 27th and the 28th. April 27th and the 28th. Okay, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, brother. Who's gonna open us up in prayer today? Ernest? Ernest? You feel like open up prayer? Or you in an area where your phone ain't working? You by all the rocks and stuff.
Yeah, my phone might cut out.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Who would like to open us up in prayer? Anybody open to that? We about to start in about 3 minutes. So anybody, anybody. Would like to open us up in prayer? There go Trill. I see you, Trill.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Listen, if ain't nobody gonna volunteer, I step up to the plate and do it. I'm driving, so just bear with me, but I will do it, Antonio.
Hey man, if you stepped up to do it, then you'll end up doing it. All
All
right.
right, so
Amen,
here
brother.
we.
You got our support, Trill. You got our support, brother.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Oh wait. We gotta do it. We gotta do our word for the week, our Bible scripture first. We ain't gonna start till
Okay,
8:30. Hang tight.
okay,
All right.
okay. I got
Trill
you.
like
I'm gonna put.
Trill like I'm
I'm
ready.
gonna.
I'm ready. Let's do
Hey,
it.
I'm ready. Hey, look, I gotta go. Hey, Ernest, I'm going. I gotta go to. I'm going to Bible study this evening.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
I'm getting in preparation already
there you
early.
there you go. This is your moment, baby.
This is my moment.
I'm glad you said Bible study. My daughter's in a thing called 412 at the church, so I gotta make sure I get her there tonight. I almost forgot about that. She'd have been very upset. All right. Oh, I took my kids to the eye doctor yesterday, Ernest, and how about both of them got to get glasses now?
Oh wow.
Yeah, they both wear glasses. They just like their dad. They was blind as a bat.
Oh man.
I thought it had skipped over.
Man, I tell you what I did when I was young. I started wearing glasses, and I don't think I really needed to wear them. I think I may have been around 16 or 7, about 17, 18 years old, and I wanted to look smart, so I got some glasses, and my eyes has never been the same since.
Wow. Now I was told if my son wears his glasses now, he may not have to wear them. They said because his eyes are still developing. So if he keeps them on and wears them, he won't need them. My daughter, she'll probably have to have glasses, but they said it was her right eye was the issue. So we'll see how that goes. She was just all happy to get her glasses though. I said, you know these are glasses now, so you have to keep them. Keep them on. So she's like, these are cute. I was like, she just like her mama. She just like her mama. Boy, I was just dying. I was like, these are glasses. These are for your eyes so you can see. Oh, these are cute. Daddy, these are cute. I was like, all right, now once these lenses go in here, you make sure these what you want now. These are cute. I said, okay, all right. It's 8:30. Let's get started. Our word for the week is favor. Favor is the demonstrated approval, kindness, or goodwill of God and others toward a person, often leading to opportunities, blessings, and success. We're coming out of Luke 2:52, and it says, "And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man." I'm telling you, we're gonna put that favor on folks' lives. But listen. Favor, 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 favor. It is an amazing thing to tap into because it does the thing. What's funny is we were talking about Jalen Hurts and all the success he has. His agent, which is a black woman, shout out to her. She stopped for a minute and she got online. You know what she said? She said, "Of all this success, I want to make sure y'all understand that this was the favor of God. I don't want y'all to get it twisted. I don't want y'all to get caught up in all this hype. This is what God did. This is what you call favor." I said, come on now. Come on now. You talking. And so again, Tap into that favor. All you gotta do is do what you're supposed to do what you can control, and what you can't control, don't try to control it. That's a hard thing to do, though. Most of us want to control everything. Most of us want to control everything, but what you can't control, don't worry about it. But what you can, you control it. And favor will handle the rest. Favor will step in. All right, Trill, you ready to open us up in prayer, brother?
I'm ready. Like SpongeBob said, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, so let's all bow our heads, open up our hands to receive this blessing. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for waking me up and blessing me with your grace. No matter what I face, I'm grateful that you are with me in both the highest and lowest moments of my life. Your word in Isaiah 41:13 says, "For I am the Lord, your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you." And God, I truly thank you for holding my hand and walking with me through every situation. With you by my side, I have nothing to fear. You have proven your faithfulness time and time again. You have loved me through my mistakes, protected me from dangers I didn't even see, Lord have mercy, and guided me when I didn't know the way. Thank you for all. Thank you for it all. I give this day to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen,
Thank you,
brother.
Amen,
brother.
brother.
Thank
That's what I'm talking about.
Got me
Go ahead, Trill.
crying.
Yes. Yes.
That was awesome, Trill. You hit the spot there, brother. Having no fear. I love it. No fear and protecting me when I didn't even know I was in danger. And you stood by me, Lord, and you guided me. Even in the times of depression or hard times, struggles, anything that we face, Lord, you're with us at all times, and we appreciate you for that, Lord. So, Trill, man, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head, brother. Amen. Amen. I land my plane.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. Is Joe in the room? I don't see him, so we'll go right on to Big Easy. Big Easy, there you go.
Peace, peace, peace. Those numbers that came out this morning, let me step in for Joe. The CPI ex food and energy year over year, they was looking for 2.9. It got 3.0, higher than they expected. The CPI ex food, okay, it's the same energy year. Okay, it's the same thing year over year. CPI ex food energy month over month. They was looking for 0.3% positive. They got 0.4. It's higher than they expected. The CPI month over month, they were looking for 0.3% positive. They got 0.5. Basically, the numbers came in higher than they expected. So all the futures are down, red, red, red. So everything is red, Antonio.
Say pull it back real hard after that.
Yes, yes,
CPI number
yes,
coming in hot.
yes, yes, coming in hot. Yep.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. And speaking of earnings, we traded a few earnings last night. The first one was Lyft. Lyft was on a chopping block. They was looking for 22 cents. They got 27 cents. So it did beat on the bottom. On the top, the revenue was definitely disappointing. So it tumbled last night. So it continues down 14.18%, a little over $2 for Lyft. Next one was CVS. By the way, I was bullish on Lyft. Next one is CVS. They was looking for 93 cents. They got $1.19, so they beat it on a big margin on the bottom. And on the top, they definitely got great numbers for their revenue. They got it. So pre-market is up 10.33%. CVS, I was bearish on CVS. The next one and the last one was Fresh. Fresh, what's that? Fresh Works, ticker symbol FRSH. They was looking for They were looking for 10 cents. They got 14 cents. They beat on the bottom. They beat on the revenue as well. They are up right now 5.89%. Those were the earnings that we traded last night, and I land my plane.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that something CVS surprise said? What, remember that conversation we had? Went to Walmart. Went to Walgreens and went to CVS, and CVS had the crowd and Walmart didn't. Remember that? We talked about that.
Yep, yep.
Let's go look at that. Let's see what they did. Let's read it. I'm telling you, that's how it looked. It looked like CVS was doing better than Walgreens. It looked like it to me. Just walking in the store. Let me find this. All right. CVS Health made more money than expected, even though its insurance division had higher costs. The company earned 1.64 billion in the last quarter, but that was less than the 2.05 billion it made the year before. Whoa, okay. After adjusting for special costs, CVS earned $1.19 per share, which was much better than the 89 cents per share that was predicted. Because of this, the company's stock jumped 11% before the market opened. However, CVS said it made less money than last year because of higher medical costs in its insurance division and lower Medicare Advantage ratings that affected its payments for 2024. CVS runs one of the biggest drugstore chains in the U.S. and also helps manage prescription drug plans for employers and insurance companies. Its Aetna insurance business covers almost 27 million people. CVS has faced challenges, including higher costs for its Medicare Advantage business and pressure from Medicaid programs in different states. The company is also closing more than 1,100 stores as part of a long-term plan. In total, CVS made $97.71 billion in revenue, which was more than experts expected. The company predicts it will earn between $5.75 and $6 per share in 2025. CVS had a tough 2024, and including changes in leadership. They have a new CEO, David Joyner. The company also added 4 new board members to help improve its business. So there you have it. That's CVS's numbers, y'all. They did better, but they're not doing as good as they were doing last year. So the previous year over year, I mean. So they struggled a bit.
Well, Antonio, I don't know if you noticed, and where you at, I know where I'm at. They closed a lot of CVS's down. So that's a when you got companies that's doing that. That's usually so a good. That's Wall Street kind of like that. Because they feel like okay, you're getting lean. You're trying to cut costs. You're trying to eliminate some overhead. Real estate space. Like, it was like literally like 3 or 4 CVS's in like a 10-mile radius. Like, and they, I was wondering, like, I know y'all ain't doing business like that. So I thought they was gonna close some stores because it just didn't make me logical sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a CVS here and a CVS there. It's like, so, and then they was cutting. They did a lot of job costs. Cutting as well. So, I mean, when you see a company trying to, I guess you would say, play defense in the sports world, right? That's a good thing. So, I think they trying to do what they can do and managing it the best way they can. I'm gonna land my plane on that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Well, they definitely closing 1,100 stores. So Dr. K said Walgreens are closing here, and CVS is taking their place. CVS is definitely doing better than Walgreens. I don't see what Walgreens is going to be able to do. I think the days are numbered on Walgreens. I think they just holding on by a thread at this point. If the wind blow too hard, it's going to collapse, in my opinion. But hey, we'll see. And funny thing about Walgreens, they were in the book Good to Great. There was a time when Walgreens was the example of a growing business and how to go about doing business, and those days are long gone. But hey, who knows? Something may turn them around. There's always hope somewhere, so we'll see what happens. All right, my favorite
Hello, hello,
my favorite stock. Yes, how can we help you?
hello. I am from India.
Hello, how you doing in India?
Hello from India. You are from
How can we help you today, sir? All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Um, where was I? Oh, my favorite stock is reported this morning. It ain't my favorite stock, but it's my new favorite. It's gotten my attention. Um, y'all know that's just a sign that we're growing, right?
Hey, I blocked him and removed him real quick, Antonio. I'm quick on the trigger. So I used to
It's
call.
cool. It doesn't bother me at all, man. It's just proof of growth. They want to be in the room to get some attention. You know, they can't build their own room, so they have to come somewhere else and do something. All right, so we look at it as
Ooh,
we
ooh.
just look at it as a growth sign. So we'll leave it at that. VRT reported, and they pulled back. They closed at $123, and pre-market they're now at 111. Y'all know anything under 113? I already said was an accumulation spot. So it's at 111 now. So again, for those that care about that, there you have it. That's all I'll say on that. They had pretty decent numbers. And I might read them a little later. But let's open the floor for whatever you guys want to talk about today. Um, Ernest, Upstart, you know what they do, right?
Upstart. Is that a
Hmm.
loan? That's a
Yeah,
loan company.
loan company. Yeah, loan company. So guess them these loan companies, these companies that loan people money in any kind of way, seem like they just kicking butt. So people borrowing a lot of money right now. All right. Upstart Holdings had a strong end to 2024 with big improvements. In its business, the company made $219 million in revenue during the fourth quarter, which was 56% more than the same time in 2023. They also helped process over 245,000 loans worth 2.1 billion, a huge increase from the previous year. Even though they still had a small loss of 2.8 million, this was a big improvement compared to this what they lost previous year, 42.4 million from the year before. But they're an AI-driven loan company, Upstart. It's an AI-driven lending platform, and it seems like it's losing a lot less money. So they help process nearly 700,000 loans worth 5.9 billion, showing strong demand for their lending services. While the company still reported a yearly loss of 129 million, this was a big step up from the 240 million lost in 2023. So let me say that again. They lost $240 million in 2023. Okay, they lost 129 million in this year. Okay, all right. So that's Upstart, yo. They they borrowing that money, yo. They letting that AI teach them to borrow that money. Go on, say what you would say, Ernest.
What about borrowing money?
Go on, say what you would say. You know how you say.
I don't know, man. You need to stay away from debt. I know that. Accumulate and eliminate debt as much as you can. That's what I would say about it. But Upgrade is another company like that loans out money, and Upgrade also offers a APY. I think of 4.67 right now. But yeah, was that the answer you were looking for?
I just wanted you to say what you would say. You said
Oh no,
it.
no. You
That's
gotta
all,
know.
brother.
You gotta have an anticipation on what I was gonna say.
Oh, Ernest, I never know what you're gonna say, man.
Oh,
I wish I would know what you would say. I don't know
oh
what you're
man.
gonna say.
There's I mean the U.S. debt right now is on a tear, man. I think the interest on the debt that the U.S. has right now is 1.3 trillion in interest, and something is going to have to give sooner or later. You know, Elon Musk is trying to do his Doge thing, and he's got his work cut out for him. They're trying to figure out, okay, where can we cut? Trump is thinking about eliminating income tax, cutting funds on eliminating income tax and giving tax breaks to businesses and individuals. So we got to just wait and see how that plays out.
Hey, Ernest, you know what? I was trying to. I don't know if anybody know this, but in history they say it repeats itself or it don't rhythm and rhyme. But I'm gonna say this. They at one time, if you do the research and you go back, there was a time when there was no income tax on the public, and the tariffs was paid by the foreign countries who was bringing their products into America. So you got to go back and research this. But there was a time. I don't know if Trump is trying to go back to this, but it looked like that's where we headed. If he gets his way, so just do your research on that. I'm not, out here spitting opinion. There was a time when the Americans didn't have to pay income tax, and we had tariffs, and it actually worked.
Yeah,
It actually worked.
and I gotta agree with you. Um, I think Trump is trying to head in that direction. I really don't know. I'm not an expert in that area, but they have something up their sleeve, and I'm just trying to figure it out right now. Um, they're gonna have to print some money to pay this debt, and when that happens, um, you're gonna see a lot of your risk asset make a big move. Now that may trigger inflation. I don't know, but we're in some un, untreaded waters right now. We're in some unfamiliar territory. So you have to be very very frugal and careful about how you do your business now. A lot of companies are cutting back. Um, a lot of programs are being cut out. So you have to be frugal right now. And I land my plane.
Well, to that, I'll say that if they do eliminate the income tax, that money has to come from somewhere. So, like, if they do tariff people, that money would just be spread out to the consumers who buy those goods, more or less, kind of evenly to balance out what they're spending.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? Inflation is tax on the poor, right? It's a tax on the poor, to be honest with
Yeah, it is.
you. And speaking of inflation,
And speaking of
go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
hey, I was gonna
Turn
say,
right, then turn left onto Richmond Road.
you talking about the inflation. I was gonna talk about
Drive
they
south,
keep talking about
then turn right, turn left onto
egg
Richmond
prices.
Road.
Hey, we
State
can't
Route
hear you from
175.
We can't hear you, but we can't hear you from them directions, man. Oh, my fault, my fault. Okay, hold on. I didn't know y'all could hear that. I thought they monitored that. All right, so, they had them egg. Y'all was talking about the inflation. Them egg prices was pretty. That's a big thing. I mean, you ain't really like that's a key. I don't know if y'all know that's like an economic bellwether. What's going on in this industry right now, and it's not looking like we, you know, it. it's we at a standstill right now, and I don't know really where we going from this where we going right now. You know, Antonio, it's just we at a point in time where I ain't gonna say the market is the tariffs is priced in, but I don't know if they priced in this inflation and what's really about to take place in the next 6 to 12 months. You know, so I'm gonna just say buyer beware in this market right now, because we at all time highs. We kind of lofty, but you see these numbers coming in. They not these numbers ain't what they really want to see. So you know the job market ain't. They
Hey,
doing
what do
they
you what do you say to the Fed?
the
He
Fed.
spoke
He
yesterday.
spoke yesterday.
Jerome Powell
Jerome
sounded pretty
Powell
confident.
sounded pretty confident. Antonio, you got to echo.
Antonio,
You
you
got
got
to
to.
echo. You got to.
That's in his car. He's listening to his car, so it's
Oh,
feedback.
okay.
That's Trill.
Yeah, well, he fixes that, man. I can give you guys my 2 cents on a couple things, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
Please do, Jude.
Yeah, I
All
forgot
right.
you was in radio,
Update on
Antonio.
quantum,
You know
guys.
about that
Ion
feedback.
Q is price is under 40 right now. Some folks are scared, but the reason I think it's don't, the price is dropping a little bit is because Amazon sold a bunch of its shares. Just a little background on that sell. They didn't sell any of their warrants, any of the Ion Q warrants that Amazon has. So to me, this is just typical business as usual. They're taking profits since they were in there under $4. And whoever's picking up their shares, I think it's a good time. That's my 2 cents on that. Second, I keep hearing VRT, and nothing personal. I'm just thinking that might be a dead end play, and I think the better play is a company called Flower Corporation, ticker FLR. Reason being is I just remember them saying if you're going to build these data centers, and since they're such energy consumers or they consume a bunch of electricity, they need to come up with their own. So in my mind, the process starts with these energy companies. So FLR builds these type of infrastructure, and they one of their leadership changes. They took one of their top dogs from OKLO Energy, and now he's the COO over at FLR out of Texas. These guys, they're no joke. They're the real deal, man. They're gonna build these things faster. I just feel like being in that spot, since they're gonna have to get this before Vertiv puts up their data centers, that you're gonna need the electric company first. That money will go in their hands first. And with that, that's my 2 cents. Open to any feedback.
Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with it. VRT. You called out my spot. That's cool. I'm with you. I hear you. And like I told you, I'm basing that on at the price I want to have it at. I feel like I'm gonna have it undervalued regardless. And let's look at their earnings. Let's read their earnings and see what they say. Vertiv Holdings had a strong fourth quarter, showing big improvements compared to previous year. The company earnings increased by 77%, reaching 99 cents per share. Adjusted to certain factors, net sales grew to 2.35 billion, which was 26% higher than the fourth quarter of 2023. The company also saw a big boost in operating profit, which jumped 60% to 457 million. Orders for their products, especially in America, increased significantly, showing strong demand for their data center solutions. Their CEO said that as technology grows, the need for data centers will continue to rise, and the company is focused on innovation to stay ahead. They expect another strong year in 2025. The company predicts earnings per share to rise above 25% and net sales to reach nearly 9.2 billion. Despite challenges like currency exchange issues, they are confident about continued growth in the fourth quarter of 2025 alone. They expect to bring in around 1.9 billion in sales, with strong profit margins. The company is also investing in expanding its research and development to support future demand with a solid financial position and no outstanding credit facility debt. It is well prepared to lead in the fast growing digital infrastructure market. Those are from the earnings call this morning.
Just want to throw some history in there. When he was talking about taxes, the first thing I thought about was the Boston Tea Party. That was when they were put a tea tax on colonists. And it says the income tax came into being in 1861 to help fund the Civil War.
Thank you, Wanda. So, Jude, after hearing that earnings report, what's your thoughts on that? I'm making a bad decision.
I mean, it could be a good decision. I just feel like it's going to be a longer play than the SLR. You see what I'm saying? Like, as far as the process, you can't have you can't have the data center until you have the energy.
Yeah, but and keep in mind they do other things, right? They still keep stuff cool too. So they kind of a double kind of tack. As AI grows, they'll need the space. But I'm looking at it like this, Juby. The way I'm seeing it like I'm comparing it to like Amazon before Amazon got big, right? As Amazon grew, they needed more warehouse space, right? As that came, now you see Amazon buildings everywhere. Those centers, they're everywhere. And I remember being on the earnings call for NVIDIA. And one of the things that was stated on the NVIDIA earning calls was they were going to need factory-side buildings up to the size of those kinds of warehouses. And so for me, I just think VRT fits that. And I'm okay with that long game on that. Because eventually they even the companies that want to build it themselves, it's costing them a ton of money. So they're going to still need third party partnerships to make it happen. They're not going to be able to do it by themselves.
To add on that, I was listening to old realty, ticker symbol earnings call last earnings, and they were discussing getting into providing data service to AI people. That's something that they're looking to get into.
Love it.
I think my only concern is, and I said this a while back, is like if quantum wasn't a factor, I'd have no issue with Vertiv. But if it's because of data center and cooling technologies, quantum doesn't need that. It doesn't have those type. It doesn't suck that type of electricity. It doesn't need the cooling. So if technology is evolving, we might be on something that's outdated. And but I'm not trying to spread FUD or anything. Just watch the ball.
That could be true, Juby. I mean, Juby, you've been pretty smart on most of this stuff, so I'm not ignoring anything you're saying. For me, it's about the time frame of what quantum will be able to do, and how in a sense, how distant the big boys are saying it is to a certain degree. So my main thing is just don't overpay for VRT. I'm gonna get it low, and it'll be worth. I know my entry and my exit strategy, but either way, I'm not gonna overpay for it. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think the whole 30 years out is starting to fall apart now. You know, I saw that GDIT or GDIT, big time government contracting company, signed IonQ to go ahead and help transform these outdated infrastructure that the government uses. So I mean, like, and you got Microsoft saying that thing's ready to play in 2 years. So I wouldn't, just verify what they say, man. I feel like the time frame is now. It's not a year out. It's now. I think a lot of these guys who kind of paused their data center construction, you kind of trace the dots and you start seeing like, oh, because they don't want to spend money on that old stuff. But yeah, I don't want to take this time up, but I'm ready to move on. I'm with you. Thanks.
Hey man, I appreciate you, bro. I listen to everything you say, man. I got quantum in my notes. Again, I've always valued earning calls, man. I value them. I feel like that's the most solid spot to get information. And from a majority of the earning calls that I hear, it leaves me where I'm at. So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna roll with it. And if I'm wrong and something changes, I'll make that switch. Hey, Lori, can you read those inflation numbers? Can you read what they're saying about inflation? If you can find it. I'm trying to look for it. I can't find it here. I cannot find these inflation detail numbers that I was literally just looking at. I apologize, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to find them somewhere else.
I think it's 2.9% according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, data released on February 12, 2025. This is an increase from 2.7 rate in November.
Hey, I'm seeing these eggs. This egg situation getting out of hand? They definitely got inflation on the eggs. They say it's up 53%. And a lot of people are getting starting to get the chickens at the house now, and setting up for this because they said they continue to see a bird flu problem. Are we gonna get these eggs under control, Juby?
I think that's manipulation there, guys. I mean, they told someone to get rid of their chickens when they weren't even sick, so I feel like that'll come around.
Juby. Oh man, I love it, Juby.
I think they fired that person too from I forgot what agency it was that put some kind of like that was pushing all these farmers out here in Ohio to get rid of their chickens when they wasn't even sick. Go ahead and Google it, you'll see it. Let me find the news scoop.
Inflation hot though, but January's up a little bit more than normal. So again, the market's gonna panic a bit from that. I'm sticking by what I said at the beginning of the year, Ernest. I ain't changing up on that. I say, even if everything looks good and seems strong, I feel like we're gonna by the end of the summer we're gonna be in panic mode. Everybody gonna be trying to run and sell everything. That's what I believe is gonna happen. I think inflation. I don't think they're gonna get control of it like they think. People are still spending a bunch of money. They're still borrowing a lot of money. Like think about this: a firm is up, Upstart is up, Dave is up. These are all companies that loan out money and they making money. You got to understand the success of these companies just simply mean more people are borrowing.
Hey man, that sounds like opportunity though, huh? When you get a drop, right?
Oh, it's always opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. So we're gonna wait for it, baby. We ain't gonna get
Yeah,
scared. We gonna
we just setting it up in the sense that you don't want to overpay for anything. You don't want to pay. You don't want to because it's gonna scare you out if you pay too much for it and when that thing pull back 40, $50, you're gonna be mad at yourself. That's just
right,
what it is.
but you need to be in it right now, though. You need to be in it. I don't believe in timing the market. I believe in taking advantage of the market when I do get a big pullback because there's gonna be a new base. I look at a stock or I look at my crypto that when I look at Bitcoin and if I can get it cheaper when everybody's scared, I'm gonna be a whole lot better off 6 months or a year down the line. That goes for stocks too. Some of your good stocks that you have. Um, if you see that market is going down, you need to accumulate.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You don't need to be scared, brother.
But as they are up, be careful in this season to not overpay for anything. Don't overpay. You might get greedy. You might want to chase something, and just don't chase anything, and don't overpay for anything. These prices are going to come down.
Actually, this is the time of the year when the banks start offering all those bank transfers for 0%.
That egg thing, it was an inspector general from the USDA. Her name was Phyllis Fong. She was enforcing millions of chickens to be killed without any sufficient evidence of any illness. So yeah, she was.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I said thanks for sharing that information, man. All right, it is 9:09. It is February the 12th, 2025. Don't forget, we'll be meeting in Charlotte, North Carolina on April 27th and the 28th. It's for our Camels Collect meetup. We look forward to meeting you there. Get those tickets and those flights, book those rooms. We're going to have a really, really good time. The big barbecue sponsored by the Goats. Looking forward to that. Can't wait to hang with you guys. It's gonna be a fun time. If you ever want to be around some really good people, some fun folk that's gonna have a good time, I'm telling you, make sure you're in Charlotte, North Carolina on April 27th and the 28th. All right, it's Camels Collect, be our third meetup, and we're excited about it. Got a lot of new faces. We hope to see some of those new faces to come in and hang out with us. We'll be picking our inspirational camel of the year and our camel of the year as well. And we look forward to handing out that award to whoever that is. We have not made that choice just yet. And again, we thank y'all for all the support and everything that you guys do to help protect folks from getting in the market, losing a whole lot of money, also helping people to learn the market and learning who they are so they can be the best version of themselves in this market and whatever they choose to do. So that's ultimately what it's about. Again, you might come in here, you might be new, and you might say to yourself, man, what do I do? How do I do about it? I'm not like this. I don't know this. None of that matters. Take action, learn, listen, take notes. When something resonates with you, follow that. For example, yesterday was a great opportunity, right? Mongo Stock 100, as we call him, he said, one of the things that he learned was he got better at trading options by just simply trading the options of the stuff he owned because he kind of knew where the prices were. And it became very easy for him to go, oh, wait a minute, I can do a call on that. It's not normally this low. It's usually sitting here. So I know that's going to return. And that's a very insightful perspective of options. Most of the time, again, when you're listening to someone, you got to really listen to them because they're kind of giving you the hints. They telling you how they're making money. Now, remember, let's go a little further in that conversation. You got to get the context clues, okay? The context clues matter. So he said, oh, I used to disagree with Ernest about having 25,000 in your account. Now I understand what he meant. Okay, context clues. Maybe that account now has 25,000 in it. So there's a hint that he's doing something that makes sense. So when you're listening to people, you got to listen with the intent. I want to win. The best way to win is be around winners. The best way to win is be around winners. People don't understand this. You could probably go around and there's a lot of people do the thing on the street where they'll stop people getting out of cars and rich folk and ask them questions. And I guarantee one of the common responses is social currency will give you the biggest leaps in your life. Who you hang with, who you spend time with. It will give you some of the biggest leaps in your life. You can work hard, you can learn your stuff, you can be the smartest person in the room, all of that. But then you get into a room, hang around certain people, and the next thing you know, you're somewhere that you would have never got because someone said, hey, this guy, make sure he's there. This woman, make sure she's there. Social currency is undervalued because people don't think about it. But sometimes we wait too late to learn that lesson. Okay? Social currency. Pay attention. Who you hang with, it works. It adds to you. I'll land my plane. Hey, Tara, I see you down there. What you thinking about? I want to hear what you've been looking at. Hello, Sue. What up, Freddie? Quasi. Hello, Arsenio. Arsenio, this inflation number in January, man. What you normally type in the chat. Tell me what you're thinking. January came in hot. And, he ran on. Trump ran on saying that the inflation would be low. He been in office now. He gonna take credit for January now. He said he gonna get that inflation down. It ain't down. Deion Sanders says it's simply relationships or currency. Yes, absolutely. Speaking of, guess whose shoes Kendrick Lamar had on in that halftime show? He had on Deion Sanders Nikes. Ain't that something? I just learned that like about an hour ago.
Them throwback right there. Them was throwback, Antonio. That's the throwback Dion. We had them when we was youngsters doing our 1-2. You had to have them Dion's on your feet when they came out.
So the shoe he had on was the throwback. I thought them were the new ones, the Colorado new shoes that he just came out with under Nike. That's what they look like.
Well,
I think those were the new ones. They said the Colorado ones.
Oh, okay. I just know they came out with them throwback Dion's just kind of recently with the strap on them. So I don't know. Let me look at them. I gotta see. They may have been. Let me look. Hold on.
It's got to be interesting if for something like that big, and then you look up, he got your shoes on. But I'm sure Deion sent them to him. I'm sure he know that he got them. So hey, man, that's what Deion is the best example of that. You say relationships and currency. He's probably the best example of that. I think Deion Sanders has relationships with so many people and able to do so much. Deion can go coach. He could have coached in the NFL if he wanted to this year. He chose not to, but he can move around the way he wants to. He definitely has relationships that benefit him in a big way.
I'll put it in a spiritual tone. I heard this pastor say, one day of favor is better than 1,000 days of labor.
Ding, 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 ding.
So So yeah, so look, they did. Them things came out in '96. I thought I was right. So that's just a revamp. That's what it was. What's old is new and what's new is old. So they just brought back some shoes that was out in 1996.
Thank you, Trill. We appreciate that. Is anything really new under the sun, Trill?
Nah, look what they brought back the bell bottoms right now. You know how look what they doing right now. It's almost they brought back the baggy clothes with the bell bottoms and everything, with the wide leg. That's what they doing now, right? So it's a rotation. Everything go in circle. You know, I actually love it. I like I love the '80s. That was one of the best times of our lives, right? That's what you said, right? We ain't had we ain't have a care in the world. All we was thinking about was playing outside.
All I know, I was happy when Michael Jordan started the bald head look. Okay.
Gave Ernest an excuse to cut it all off.
I didn't have to. I didn't have to cut it all off, brother. It just fell out.
You didn't have them side patches where it only grow around the side, but they leave that.
That's it,
All
man.
start at the top like LeBron.
Hey,
That's it, brother.
doing that Hensley, hey, the Sharman Hensley, you don't want to have that look. That ain't the look you want. You got the drop top you don't want.
Hey man, I'll be looking like Sherman Hensley. If I go bald, I'm gonna keep my side hair. I don't care what y'all say. Speaking of Dion and hair, what did Dion do to his hair? He got a head full of hair. Is that whatever he using? That's what everybody needs to use. That's working. I know Dion didn't have no hair in his head, but now he does. As he gets older, he got more hair in his head.
It's probably implants, man.
Well, who is he? Who does he
It's
use?
extension.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks
They be having them
good,
advertised. Oh, they'll give you a whole head full of hair, man, nowadays, and a beard and everything.
but his don't look like that painted on, taped on. Like a what y'all call them? When you literally like lay some hair on your head and it's glued on. It don't look like that. His look like it's literally coming out his head.
They're getting fancier and fancier, Antonio.
Say what?
They're getting fancier and fancier, so you can't tell.
But his look good. That's the first time I seen it and it looked right. A lot of people
Hey,
do it. You could tell, you could tell it's a toupee. You could tell it's a lace front. You can tell all that. But his does not look like that.
you talk.
Are you trying to say it doesn't? Are you trying to say it doesn't look like Jermaine Jackson?
Oh my God, D.
They got those sprays now that you spray it and it puts fibers in your head.
Okay, so is he using the? Is that what he using the fiber spray?
Hey, y'all always talking about Hams, Antonio, right? So if you look on Hams' website, they have a thing for you to for hair growth. That's a big thing right now with a lot of these companies, especially Hams. They putting it on everything. It's an all in. Listen, it's an all in one pill. You can get your hair growth back and you get your manhood back. Everything. Like it's a real deal thing. Like this hair growth thing is real big. Like you gotta look at Nutrafol and a lot of other these companies. It's a lot of new, with the technology of AI and the way technology has advanced. There's a lot of new pills out here on the market and products that are actually successful in helping a lot of men, Caucasian and uh, I don't I hate to call us black because we ain't black and African American because but I'm gonna just say on our side of the fence, um, it's a lot of products out there that are actually helping. Look at Noriega. Look at Nori on Drink Champs. He didn't got his hair back. So there's some products on the market that are actually
Him and
big.
Dion are using the same person.
Right.
All right.
I'ma
Dion
say
look.
don't do it, Batman. It's a trick. You might get your hair and your manhood and then lose fertility.
Hey, I ain't trying to have no more. I'm done. They can cut my. They can cut my. Oh.
Hey, Trill, slow down before you get started, man.
I'm sorry.
What you be saying, Miss Kelly? Man, say it the way you say it, Miss Kelly. Say it because he's getting ready to go there. Say it real quick.
What? Slow down,
There
go
you
fast.
go. Slow down, go fast. Oh Lord. All right. Well, hymns. Speaking of hymns, though, they ran a commercial during the Super Bowl. They came up with that $8 million. So go find out what hymns is doing. They're doing something. So, and you're seeing that. Dion is a prime example. Of, people want to grow their hair. They don't like that bald spot. That's the new thing. Getting that hair in your head and making it look natural. So, hymns might be able to pull that off. So that might be something they need to pay attention to. Real quick before we run out of time, we were talking about Alibaba yesterday, and Apple looks like they're going to be doing business with Alibaba when it comes to AI. Is that right, Lori? I think. Did you send me that? Did you send me that, Lori? Somebody sent me that. Anyway, it looks like Apple is going to be working with Alibaba. So, again, that information is starting to come in. So Alibaba started, do his little thing. It's sat at about $80 for forever and a day, and down in the 60s for even longer than that. So now Alibaba is running around 115 in pre-market. It closed at 112 on yesterday. Keep an eye on Alibaba. That doesn't mean go buy it, okay? Don't go chasing things. But Apple is doing some work with Alibaba. That's the latest information. All right, so keep that in mind. There is a war going on between the USA and China when it comes to AI and who's going to be the leader. They are both fighting for that. Dr. K said, I need to look at Alibaba then. All right. I wonder why Apple would openly admit that in a season like this. I would almost think they wouldn't want to say we're partnering with Alibaba. Anybody know the reason why? Any reason why they would do that? There are already people blocking DeepSeek in America. Governments and cities, they're already saying you cannot download DeepSeek. Are they doing that? Are they doing that with you, Lori? Can y'all download DeepSeek or not?
I downloaded it. I didn't check, but I think you can get access online, but on the phones you may not be able to.
I was able to download it on my phone because I wanted to see what the hype was about it. And I mean, I
Did you
still
like
like
it?
that. I mean, it's okay. I think I'm just really, I think I really just like ChatGPT. I've gotten used to it and I've been using it for a while, but I'm just trying it out just to see what the differences are.
Have you noticed any differences yet, or you haven't been using it long enough?
Um, Well, it seems like DeepSeek gives you a little more detail up front, but it's still kind of early, I think, to see like some, significant differences. So I'm playing around with it. I land my plane.
All right, let us know as you use it, what you notice. I'd like to hear that.
Oh, I see. Hold on. Breakout. Hold on. I see it says Apple and Alibaba have recently reported their new AI features they co-developed in Chinese regulators, which may include smarter Siri responses, improved search capabilities, and better personalization options. China is Apple's second largest market after the US, and CEO Tim Cook believes the lack of AI features is why iPhone sales in China have recently declined by 11%, leaving domestic powers like Huawei to fill the gap. Apple initially considered but rejected partnership with Chinese search giant Baidu, TikTok owner ByteDance, and AI startup DeepSeek before its explosive U.S. debut, deciding it didn't have the workforce or experience. But instead, they decided to partner with Alibaba. I am my plane.
Okay. So that's about market share. They trying to compete in China. So that's what that was about. Okay. All right. Believe only says, yes, Siri needs a lot of work. It says that thing can't answer no good questions like ChatGPT can. Hey, Believe, speak it. Come on now. I'm shocked that Apple wasn't on top of it already. Can you imagine Siri with the capabilities of a ChatGPT and you talking to your phone, man? Apple would have ran off with the game so fast. What were they thinking? How did they let this just get away from them like that? It's like the opportunity was there. Same thing with Amazon. I don't know why they didn't get on top of this. They've been on top of everything else, but I guess that's what it is. You get too comfortable and somebody else comes along and knocks you out and does something better than you do. But ChatGPT and DeepSeek, they front and center right now. People, especially young people. Let's think about young people. I always go to young people. Young people are using this. They use it like a search engine the way we used to Google. That's how they do. They go, hey, as soon as you ask a question, they on ChatGPT. Da 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 da, and they answered it. Da da da. What do you say? All right, we out of time. Ain't that something? Okay, that went quick. All right. Anybody want to close this out with any thoughts? Let's make sure we lift up Big Prayer. She wasn't with us today. She lost her mom, and a lot of people lost their mom. Please pray for those who have lost loved ones and people close to them. Anybody who has someone passed that you love in the last couple months, please lift them up. Lift them up. It's happening a lot lately. I'm starting to have that feeling I felt when the pandemic when the pandemic first hit. I'm getting more and more calls that somebody passed. So please, please lift people up in prayer. It is tough when you lose someone that you love like that. You don't get that chance to say what you want to say because you just never know. Just never know when that last day is. All right, that's why live your life, as if it is your last day, so you won't have any regrets. All right, always be present, show love to folks, and let people know that what they mean to you. All right, y'all have a blessed day. We love you.